Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is March 17th, 2025, and Pedri's cryptic Instagram post has sent Barcelona fans into a frenzy. Also, Ferran Torres has set a record, a historical Barca record with his double against Atletico Madrid. And finally, Barcelona have broken an Atletico Madrid record that stood for 18 years. Yes, you heard that correctly. 18 years. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we'll begin this video with the news that Pedri's cryptic Instagram post has sent Barcelona fans into a frenzy trying to decipher what the player was talking about. Now this is the post that Pedri put on his Instagram. On the right is the actual picture that he posted, and under the picture the caption stated, "The renewal has got me thinking. For the last few weeks, I've been mulling over an idea. I'm not even ruling out returning to the market." So the last part is what has sent fans into a frenzy, which states, "I'm not even ruling out returning to the market." Now, this, of course, caused a lot of shockwaves on social media, with people thinking that Pedri is announcing that he wants to go back into the transfer market, that he's considering leaving Barcelona and going to another club. Now, of course, Pedri has not clarified this, but it's obvious that's not what he's talking about. Most likely, he's talking about some upcoming marketing campaign, and this is kind of like a little teaser. We see companies do that a lot with a little teasers where they kind of like announce that something's coming, but they don't tell you exactly what it is, and then it's released. So my guess most likely is going to be some collection, some clothing collection, maybe Adidas, because if you look at the picture, you can kind of see the Adidas logo a little bit hidden. So my guess is that Pedri will be launching some kind of Adidas collection. This is kind of like the teaser that forecast or that comes before the actual announcement of the collection. Of course, Pedri did just renew his contract back in 2030. So, of course, there's no way he's thinking about leaving. If he wanted to leave, he wouldn't have renewed only a few weeks ago. Not to mention that Pedri has always made it very, very clear that he wants to remain at Barcelona. And again, even if he did want to leave, he's not going to announce that through Instagram like that. I think he would, come out and say it in a press conference, something like that, not through a cryptic Instagram message. So this is obviously not Pedri talking about him leaving Barcelona. It looks like some marketing campaign, most likely an Adidas marketing campaign. Of course, we're going to have to wait and see what that campaign is about. So don't worry, guys. Pedri is here to stay, or at least until 2030, he is here to stay. Now, on to the next bit of news, because Ronald Koeman has given us an update in regards to Frenkie de Jong. Now, we know that Frenkie de Jong did not play in yesterday's match against Atletico Madrid because he felt discomfort before the match. Of course, no one has explained what that discomfort is. Is it an injury? Is it a muscle overload? We don't know. But now Ronald Koeman, since he has called up Frenkie de Jong to the Netherlands national team during this FIFA international break, he did give us an update clarifying what happened with Frenkie and why he missed the Atletico Madrid match by stating the following. It wasn't a fever. He just didn't feel well. There, talking about Barcelona, you can also eat something that isn't right. He has had time to recover and also to catch up on sleep. So it doesn't look like Frenkie de Jong is injured or had anything to do with his physical state as a player, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But it looks more like he ate something bad and then he got, some food poisoning, and that's why he wasn't able to play. And of course, that's a relief because, as I reported during the podcast, Marc has suffered a very serious injury. Looks like he's going to miss the rest of the season. So, of course, we're going to need Frenkie de Jong healthy so he can step in the place of Marc. Now, Frenkie de Jong has not withdrawn from his call-up to the national team like Dumfries did, so it's obvious that it's nothing serious, and that the Dutch midfielder will be back in action pretty soon. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured during a FIFA international break. Knock on wood. Hopefully, no Barcelona player does, because as we've seen, the FIFA international breaks in the past have not been kind to us. So let's pray that all players return healthy, because we are still alive in 3 competitions and we need all of our players healthy in order to compete for all 3 trophies. Now, speaking of yesterday's match, we do have to talk about Ferran Torres, the super sub who has set a Barcelona historical record with the 2 goals that he scored against El Cholo Simeone's team. Now, with his double, Ferran Torres has now scored 13 goals during this season. It's his dual highest record of his career, where the other time that he scored 13 goals was in the 2020-2021 season for Manchester City. And of course, there's still plenty of matches left in this season, so it means that most likely Ferran Torres will break his previous record for goals in a single season. But that is not the record. The record is that he has become the 3rd highest scoring sub in the history of Barcelona, with 15 goals coming off the bench. So Ferran Torres has scored 15 goals when he's come off the bench. That makes him the 3rd highest scoring sub, right behind Julio Salinas, who has 19 goals coming off the bench. And in first place is Lionel Messi, who scored 39 goals coming off the bench. Absolutely crazy that even when he was a sub, Messi was still setting records, the highest scoring sub for Barcelona. Ferran Torres is in 3rd place, 15 goals behind, again, Julio Salinas, who has 19, which means that Ferran Torres could easily become the 2nd highest scoring sub, right behind Lionel Messi. Now, aside from the 2 goals that he scored yesterday against Atletico Madrid coming off the bench, he's also scored in the Real Valladolid victory 7-0, in Las Palmas match 1-2, and in the Real Betis draw 2-2. In the Champions League, he scored 2 goals against Dortmund coming off the bench. He also scored against Real Betis in a victory in the Copa del Rey. In total, he has scored 3 goals as a sub in the 2023-2024 season, 3 goals as a sub in the 2022-2023 season, and 1 goal in the 2021-2022 season. And of course, the remaining 8 goals during this season coming off the bench. So Ferran Torres making a very clear case that he is indeed a super sub, scoring 15 goals so far coming off the bench. 10 of them have come in La Liga, 4 in the Champions League, and 1 in the Copa del Rey. Now, that is not the only impressive number that came out of yesterday's match. Hansi Flick is now very close to breaking Tata Martino's unbeatable streak. Now, with Barcelona's victory yesterday, they are now on an 18-match unbeaten streak. In fact, the last defeat of Barcelona came at the hands of Atletico Madrid on December 22nd, where Barcelona lost 1-2 at Montjuic. And Hansi Flick is 2 matches away from matching Tata Martino's unbeaten record of 20 matches. So Flick currently sits 3rd in the history of Barcelona for the longest unbeaten streak with 18 matches. 2nd place is Tata Martino with 20. And in 1st place is Luis Enrique, where he went 39 matches unbeaten in 2016 with the MSN. And to think that some Barcelona fans say that Luis Enrique was not a good coach. Crazy. Anyways, more records, because, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona have officially broken an Atletico Madrid record that stood for 18 years. Yes, you heard that correctly, 18 years. Now, with their victory, Barcelona became the first team to ever come back from a 2-goal deficit against Cholo Simeone's Atletico Madrid in his 662 coaching career. The first team to come back from a 2-goal deficit against Cholo Simeone in 662 matches. Also, Atletico Madrid had not lost a game in which they led by 2 goals since November of 2007. So Atletico Madrid had an 18-year-old record or 18-year-old streak where they hadn't lost a match where they led by 2 goals until yesterday, where Barcelona shred that 18-year-old record. Absolutely amazing. Great, amazing comeback. Of course, I did do the post-match live analysis. If you want to hear my analysis of that match, make sure to watch it. But really, really great numbers under Hansi Flick. And I have to thank my lucky stars that Hansi Flick became Barcelona's coach. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did do the podcast earlier today. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you do. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, peace, cars.